The last time the team were here, this vehicle got away with just a ticket. This time there's no driver, so they're pulling it onto the tow truck. Is this the driver? That's a different guy from who was here last time. Oh, did you touch my bum? Naughty. They flagged down this bike because the lady on the back isn't wearing a crash helmet. The driver's also wearing slippers. And as you continue further along the road, you see the towing crew getting ready to pick up a couple of trucks. I remember a lot of trucks were ticketed here just a couple of months ago. And in fact, if I remember correctly, this is the same location where the MMDA HB Seppo issued a ticket for a health code violation or a sanitary violation because there was a lot of garbage on the sidewalk. Just like this, actually. Just look at all the garbage. No wonder it floods when the rains come. It's garbage everywhere. Only outside this property though. They just finished picking up that truck, and I want to tell you something interesting. As soon as you get to this area, it stinks of grease. And I just took a look in this sewer. Well, it's hard to see, but for sure the smell is very, very strong around this specific location. Honestly, I'm surprised that no driver came out, took a ticket and moved these. Maybe it's too early, maybe they haven't arrived at work yet. I just looked inside this store and it is so big. It goes back 20, 30 feet or more. Why did they have to extend onto the sidewalk? That's the problem. They have so much space. They always want just a little bit more, just a little bit more, just a little bit more. And of course, later in the day, the tarpaulin will be extended, stuff will be put in the road. That's usually what we've seen in this area. Just look at this. It's been cleared multiple times, but always returns. And, well, they just flagged down a member of that Janako gang! First thing he did was pointed, and I could almost read his lips saying, "I'm just going there." The reason why they flagged him down is he's not wearing a helmet and he's not wearing shoes. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no. When they start patting the pants, patting the shorts, that means no wallet. No wallet means no license. The SCOG team are trying to clear this zoo from the sidewalk. Those are pretty big dogs for a cage. It's not really that big. Aside from the dogs, they also have a rabbit, and that's a pretty big rabbit. Sidewalk became, well, an extension of the home. Good morning, everyone. MMDA back on the road. The first thing they encountered this morning, a car that turned the bicycle lane into a VIP parking slot. You see the tow truck is hooking up now to clear this out of the way. And even if this bicycle lane wasn't here, you're not allowed to park on this road regardless. The team just lifted the cover on this vehicle. They need access to the license plate so they can write out the ticket. The sidewalk became a VIP parking space. And this is very close to the school. So obviously there's a lot of kids passing through here every day. It's not just cars though, it's also motorcycles like this one. Enforcer's taking a picture, so if it's contested later, he has evidence. Some of the drivers have come out already, so that means they can drive away with just a ticket. And you might be wondering, how about PUVs? Yeah, there's jeepneys here, there's tricycles here. It's not just private vehicles. They're flagging down that rider now. Unfortunately, there's a lady on the back without a crash helmet. Why do a lot of people allow their wife or girlfriend to ride without a helmet? Plus, he's driving in slippers. This vehicle parked on the corner was already ticketed for illegal parking, and they're waiting for the tow truck to come in now. It looks like most of the drivers have woken up in time to avoid being towed away. And that's the thing, this is residential parking, most of these vehicles. See this vehicle being ticketed here, and then directly beside it, tollway zone. Again, over here you'll see how someone made a ramp so that they can actually get all these vehicles onto the sidewalk in the first place. It looks like at least one tricycle has gone on the tow truck, and one more over here. It's like a circus act that these guys have to perform every day, but they're working hard and they are helping to clear the streets. Tollway zone, and then directly beside it, an illegally parked vehicle. And the tow crew are hooking up to this right now. And in fact, there's another huge sign here, no parking, tollway zone. So there's really a lot of signs on this road. Again, there's a huge sign next to this car that says no parking, but it's been ignored. That's why the towing crew are hooking up, and they'll clear this from the road. People often comment that the roads are too narrow, Actually, some roads are quite wide. They just feel narrow because all the illegally parked vehicles. Right now they're issuing a ticket to that vehicle. Very nice car, but doesn't have a parking space, just using the sidewalk. Or it looks like the driver might have arrived now, so as long as he shows his license, he can leave with the cheaper ticket. And when the team first arrived, there were actually tables and chairs in the road blocking the first lane. Aside from that car on the sidewalk, there's also this motorcycle in the road. He already handed over his license. There are many signs here which say no parking both sides. A little further along, you see another driver being ticketed. He already handed over his license. And just look at this parking here. 2 vehicles dumped on the sidewalk, and then both sides of the road fully occupied by parked vehicles. Just a narrow space in the middle. This is what people have been saying. The roads are not that narrow, they're just full of parked cars. There goes one of them. Amazingly, this appears to be a two-way street because I've seen people driving down it both directions. So pedestrians walking in the middle of the road. Cars in both directions going in the middle. And up goes the other one now. According to a nearby resident, they are owned by the property that's next to the sidewalk. I'm just amazed that no one came out already. That sign that was in the road has now been moved to the sidewalk. I just don't know why people feel the need to block the road day in, day out, as if traffic isn't bad enough already. Even on the sidewalk, it's still an obstruction, so that's why it's now being taken by the MMDA. And further along, you'll see multiple vehicles being ticketed for illegal parking. Usually it's the ice trucks here. Maybe they already left for the morning. As always, if there's a driver, they can leave with just a ticket. If they can't show a license or don't want to show a license, it goes on the tow truck. They just flagged down this lady. She has a helmet, but she's not wearing shoes. And there's a small baby boy on the front of the bike. No crash helmet. When the team arrived in front of this mall, there were a lot of vehicles parked here, and they said they're waiting for the parking to open. But some of them are even unattended, no drivers inside, so they'll be towed away to clear the road. This is in Mabuhay Lane. They just flagged down that rider there. No crash helmet. At least his wife has a helmet, that's something, but both the driver and passenger need a helmet. Anyway, this is the one that they're about to pick up. Normally there's high-end vehicles parked in front of this property. Today it's a trailer, and that rider was flagged down for the substandard helmet. Aside from that, it's not even clipped. So if he had an accident, it would just fall straight off his head. That's actually a 3,000 peso penalty. It's not worth it. Just buy the right helmet. You'll be safer and you won't get expensive penalties.